All the difference is 13 pin plug. Everything else is the same.
Did you have ATC in the last one?
No.
No. Are you aware of that or what it does?
I'm aware that it dabs the brakes on in the caravan if the caravan starts to...
Yeah. So yeah, it's not a bit of a snaky movement. It's obviously got a detection. But all it does, as you say, is just applies the brakes first, slowly in a short period of time, which then straightens your caravan. All it does is actually slows your caravan down and the car pulls it straight. That's what it's doing. That's what it's doing. Obviously, you still make sure you are loading it correctly, because you don't want that coming on all the time, and then you're going to end up wearing all your brakes down. So just make sure you are loading it correctly. It's it's there just in case. Obviously, it works alongside your hitch as well, which is a stabilising hitch, which is working on friction, which that will just dampen the movement. Okay.
Yep.
There are indicator lights, or a indicator light, I should say.
When it's connected.
Yeah. So when you're connected, it's running off the 12 volts through your car, or should be. Have you got? You just saying that being a 13 pin. Have you got two 7 pin?
They should be involved in it. There should be two 7 pin adapter in.
Right. Okay.
We ordered, didn't we?
But you got the two.
I got the two.
You got the two on your car.
Grey.
Yeah. So it comes from the grey for this side, for that side of it. Same with your reverse lights and your fridge, your charger for your as well. Okay. Indicator light on there. When you first plug in, you'll hear it operate the brakes. So that's it's doing its manual test. And once it's done that, it will show an indicator light to say what the test has done. If it goes green solid, that means that's okay, ready to go. If it's flashing green, hasn't quite completed its test, but normally by just pulling forward 100 yards, it usually completes the test. Okay, if it's solid red, obviously a problem. You can try and unplug your electrics, give it a few seconds, see if it will reset, and re-plug it in. If it doesn't, you may still be able to travel with it, but obviously the system won't be working. Obviously, you still need to get it checked out by an engineer. If it's flashing red, again, problems again. What it does have is a memory, so if it has so many faults, it remembers them, and then it gets obviously to full. It'll start flashing the light at you to say it's full. Okay, so again, you may still be able to move it or tow with it. Again, the system may not be working. The other thing is just check it before you move it, just to make sure it is movable, because it obviously applies the brakes. So if it's applied the brakes, then obviously other issues.
This is what when we were talking about it initially, I wondered if there was a manual override to it, but obviously there doesn't.
The only thing as in manual override you can do is by unbolting the bolt from the system to your brakes, to the brakes of the caravan, which just releases them there, and obviously releases the system off it. Okay.
How often do you have stuff going on?
I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I've never seen. I don't see what they're doing in the workshop.
Okay.
To be quite honest, but it's quite a good system, so I don't think there's that many faults in it.
No worries.
But then again, if you go on these forums and stuff, it'd be if anything goes wrong, just reading these forums and it'll say, oh, this went wrong. Yeah. If you notice how many there is, there might be half a dozen who complained. You think how many thousands of these are around, and only 6 have complained, then you think, well, it's a very small percentage if it has. Okay, I've got my gas connected.
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay.
We've got a gas bottle.
Yeah, I just need to get you a pigtail from the shop, because obviously I didn't know what gas you were operating on. Are you on propane?
Yeah, propane.
Propane, so it'll be a similar gas.
I didn't bring a bloody propane. I brought the cylinder, I didn't bring the... I thought it came...
Regulator?
It came... I thought
it does come with a regulator.
Oh, that's okay,
What you can't see there is, if you look up there, it's got an onboard regulator on these.
Oh.
So past a certain year, I'm not sure what the year was, they start connecting a bulkhead regulator. So that regulator you can use on propane or butane, so your orange or your blue cylinders.
Right.
The only difference is that you would need a different pigtail. So this is the pigtail, which I need to get you one, because this is mine at the moment, which you're operating off.
Yeah.
You may get either a hand tight one or a spanner tight one.
Hand tight one would be good.
Yeah. So don't start putting a regulator on this end.
No.
Which you shouldn't do anyway, because I'll get you the correct connection anyway.
And that's the off on there?
Yeah. Well, the main off is obviously on your cylinder. You should always turn it off on the cylinder. That is just there really for the test, and you can see that point there. It's for the gas check. But what you can do, and what I tend to do, is when I'm changing cylinders over, I will shut that, just so it obviously keeps the pressure in the system. So you're just going to lose that bit of gas there. So when you connect to your other one, once you've connected, turn it on, open it back up. You're not going to get too much air in the system either.
Okay. Yeah. Right. That's all good.
Okay. I think Jane just brought your old Steph and your old cable there.